Hi there, it's Pam, and in today's video we are going to be looking at overcoming the fear of commitment. Susan has requested this video, so I'm just going to look at some of the things that we will be covering and the signs that perhaps you're avoiding that committed relationship. Avoiding making future plans in the relationship, avoiding thinking or talking about the future, serious or long-term questions about the relationship are avoided or just not done at all, serious or long-term relationships are just out of the question, lack of emotional attachments to your partners, a delay in responding to texts or phone calls could be a sign of this fear of commitment. Flaky or inconsistent behaviours, so 1 minute you're there, then you're gone, then you're there, then you're gone. All of these can be signs that there's a fear of commitment underneath all of this. Poor communication or a history of short-lived relationship. So most of your relationships are very short. You spend a lot of time questioning the relationship, whether the person really loves you, what's going to happen next, am I really that into him or her? When you think of a committed relationship, you feel uneasy. There's a feeling that you'll be trapped. And a long-term monogamous relationship is just terrifying to you, or you really feel that you're incapable of having that sort of relationship, which is fine unless you do want to be in a relationship, and that's what's stopping you from even entering a relationship. Excellent. So what we're going to do now, my suggestion for you is just with some of the suggestions that I've already said, you may be able to add that. You may be able to add from your own personal experience some of the things that have come up for you, some of the emotions, some of your fears, some of the thoughts that you've had. And I want you to take some time and write them down. All the ways you know that you have a fear of committing to a relationship. Okay? I'm assuming that you've already done that. There could be past hurts, of course, that are playing out in this. You've been in a long-term relationship where you were betrayed or cheated. So I think we'll start there first, because that could be, for many people, that could be the case. All right, so I want you to notice all the ways it upsets you, all the ways it bothers you. And you notice inside, you get it as strong as you can, and then you tap where I tap and you say what I say, even if it doesn't relate. And of course, you can throw in anything that's on your list as well. Okay, so we got it. Let's get started. Releasing and letting go. All the sadness, all the fear, all the emotional trauma. Releasing and letting go. All the angers, all the resentments, all the guilt. Releasing and letting go. All the hurt, the rejection, the abandonment. I'm releasing and letting it go. Releasing and letting go. That lack of control, that powerless feeling. All the ways this upsets me, I'm releasing and letting it go. That's right, releasing and letting it go. Now you grab the wrist, and as you grab the wrist, you take a nice deep breath in, right down into your belly. And peace. breathing it out, finding that peace, whatever way. You can put your hand on your heart as you breathe into that peace. You can sing happy birthday, or you can get up and do jumping jacks, whatever it is. And that will depend on the intensity of the emotions when we're talking about this commitment, fear of commitment. If it's coming from past hurts and pains, the intensity of your emotions can be quite high. Okay. It could be just something you experienced growing up. Just notice all the ways you know. This fear of commitment. When you think about a long-term commitment, emotional attachments, being monogamous for a long period of time, whatever it is, releasing and letting go. All my fears, all my worries, all my anxieties, releasing and letting go, all the ways this bothers me. And notice where in your body it bothers you. You might feel a tension in your body. You might feel a weight, a pressure. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this bothers me. Releasing and letting go. All the tension, all the pressure, all the hurt, all the pain. Releasing and letting go. This fear of commitment. Avoiding the conversations. Avoiding responding. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting it all go. Perfect. Grab the wrist. Doesn't matter which wrist. Just grab the wrist. Take a big deep breath in. And peace. Find that peace inside of you. Notice all the ways you feel peaceful. Excellent. Okay. So when you find that peace, then you go back to the issue. You notice all the ways it still upsets you, it still bothers you. And as the numbers go down, like you might have started and it was really high, so it's about a 10, but as the numbers go down, you might want to ramp it up a bit. So you think about being with this person long term, telling them you want to be with them long term, having the conversations, becoming more emotionally attached, releasing and letting go. All the fear, I can't do it. I just can't do it for whatever reason. Releasing and letting go. All the hurt, all the pain, all the betrayals. Releasing and letting go. It could be that you fear of letting the person know and then they reject you. They leave. Releasing and letting go. That fear of commitment. All the avoiding, all the ways this upsets me, releasing and letting go, releasing and letting go. Perfect. Grab the wrist. And peace. Perfect. Find that peace. Remember, you may need to do some if it's really high, if the intensity of these emotions are high, you need to do more to break the state. So sometimes just grabbing the wrist and taking the deep breath is not enough to break the state. And you may want to do some jumping jacks, listen to some music, whatever it is. But you break the state. You get into this other peaceful, happy, energetic state. And then we focus on the list again. You've got the list. You've wrote down all the ways you know that you have a fear of committing long-term to a relationship. What if it's the wrong person? What if they don't love you? Whatever it is. Releasing and letting go. all the ways I question, I doubt, releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. All the physical sensations, whatever's happening inside of me, I'm letting it go. All the tension, the weight, the pressure, the images. And the images can be from past relationships. When someone left, when someone hurt you, whatever it is, you notice how it bothers you. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this upsets me. All the ways this bothers me. And the reason, this is the important part, if you don't really want to commit, you don't want to get over the commitment, but you realise this fear of commitment is negatively impacting your life in one way or another, or you wouldn't want to get over it. So this is about noticing how it's negatively impacting your life. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. I do want to get over it. It could be impacting your life because it's relationship after relationship. You're not feeling fully connected to another individual because you're unwilling to emotionally attach to another human being. Whatever it is for you, releasing and letting go. All my fears, all my doubts, that past hurt, pain, whatever it is, I'm letting it go. It is safe for me to let this go. I am safe as I let this go. Perfect. Grab the wrist. Big deep breaths into the belly. Big deep breaths into the belly. You may need to take 2 or 3. That's okay. If it takes you a little bit longer to find that peaceful space, just pause the video until you find that peaceful space. You feel it in your body relaxes. And peace. And then you check back in at your list. You look at all the ways you know that you have a fear of commitment. Releasing and letting go. I do have a fear of commitment. I avoid talking about long-term plans. I delay responding to phone calls, texts. I won't emotionally attach myself to another individual. So that's a really weird way of saying it, but what it really means is you will allow people in so far. You know, you love them, you allow them in, but it's sort of here. You won't let them right into your heart for whatever reason. And as I said, it can be past relationships, it can be programming, it can be conditioning. But I want you to notice what it's costing you. When you think of your life and all your relationships, it might not even be an intimate relationship. I want you to notice what it's costing you. Releasing and letting go. All the pain, all the hurt, all the grief and loss, the betrayal, the rejection, whatever it is. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. Perfect. Grab the wrist. And peace. It's funny, I keep grabbing this wrist, but I like this wrist because I can put my hand on my heart. See, notice inside you, which is better. Is that better? Is that better? Is taking a belly breath better? Is dancing around the room better? Is listening to music? Create your own magical system. What works for you? Taking care of your own well-being. Excellent. All right, so now you check back in again. You think of committing to a long-term relationship. This is it. You're going to commit. Obviously, if you know it's the right person. You're not just going to commit to anyone. Because another way of avoiding commitment is going out with people that you know aren't quite a match. So you don't have to commit. Whatever it is for you. Releasing and letting go. All the ways I'm avoiding commitment. I'm avoiding long-term commitment. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this upsets me. All the ways it bothers me. I know I'm doing this. I'm trying to keep myself safe. But it's not working anymore. And you know all the reasons it's not working, or you wouldn't be watching this video. Releasing and letting go. All my fears, all my doubts, all my insecurities. I'm letting it go. What if I could open up to the possibility of commitment? Long-term commitment. What if I could do that? Okay, grab the wrist. And peace. Once again, breathing deep into the belly. Perfect. Find that peace inside of you. Okay, so now we're stepping it up. If you're in the relationship that you think this is the one, or you do want to make more commitments, it might not be marriage, but it might be a stronger commitment to that person. I want you to imagine stepping into that, whether it's asking, depending where you're at in this fear of commitment. Some could not even be in a relationship. Some could be in a 5-year relationship and still not taking it to the next step. Whatever it is, I want you to think about taking it to the next step, whatever it is for you. Just think about taking it to the next step, and then notice what happens in your body. Does your nervous system freak out? Do you go into fight, flight, and freeze, or do you just go into flight and want to run? Notice what it is. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this still upsets me. That feeling I want to run. Whatever it is. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this bothers me. All the ways this upsets me. I don't know if I'm ready. All the doubts, all the questioning. What if they don't want to commit to me? Releasing and letting go. I am safe as I let this go. Perfect. Grab the wrist. And peace. Find that peace. Notice where you feel that peace in your body. For me, it starts in the heart and then it just radiates out, travels down my thighs and my legs. Perfect. Okay. Checking back in again. So step it up again. Imagine having that conversation with your partner. that you're moving to the next step, whatever it is. And then when you imagine it, your body will react in a certain way. Images may come in, thoughts may come in. By the way, you may hear a bit extra noise, or you may notice the lighting shifting. I've just got a temporary office at the moment because I'm in the middle of shifting. But it's no big deal. We can still let go of our crap, even with a bit of extra noise and some faulty lighting. Okay, so notice what it is. Think about that relationship. Think about taking it to the next level, to becoming more emotionally attached. I like that. Allowing more of that love into your heart. Opening up to the possibility of connecting at a deeper level with this person. Got it? Releasing and letting go all the fears, all the doubts. I'm not sure if I can do it. Releasing and letting go all the insecurities. Releasing and letting go all the fear, the what ifs, the questionings. I don't know what that is, but you do. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. There's a part of me that really does want to commit. There's a part of me that really does want to connect more deeply in a more loving, romantic, intimate level. But there's a part of me that's so scared. And I'm letting it go. I'm safe to let this go. Now, if this is still really high, I suggest that you get some professional support while you're working through it, because there could be some really deep underlying issues that you may need assistance clearing out. Or you could do this video 50,000 times and every time something new might show up and you clear that out too. Maybe not 50,000, but you get it. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. All my fear, all my doubts, all my insecurities. There's a part of me that really does want to commit to a long-term relationship, to talk about my future, our future. Releasing and letting go. Okay, grab the wrists, big deep breath in. It's a big deep belly breath. And peace, find that peace. Excellent. Good job, you. All right, one more round. So I want you to notice what's left. And of course, you can watch the video through as many times as needed. But I want you to notice what's left. I want you to think about going to the next level, having that conversation, discussing it with them, discussing the future. It could even be proposing to the person, moving in with the person, whatever it is. As you think about that, as you imagine that, I want you to notice your body's reaction. You're freaking me out, Pam. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. That's right. That's the perfect way to do it. Sitting where you're sitting, just letting it go. I am safe as I let this go. It is safe for me to let this go. Releasing and letting go. What's the consequences? Start thinking of the consequences if you're getting stuck and you still don't want to let it go. Think of the consequence. What will it cost you if you continue? What will it cost you if you continue to avoid committing to a long-term relationship? What will that mean for you? Just keep tapping as you're thinking about the consequences. It could mean that you're unable to have children. It could mean that you'll be all these short-term relationships for the rest of your life. Is that what you really want? I know it's what you think you want, but is it what you really want? What are the consequences if you don't let this all go? Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. Perfect. Grab the wrist. And peace. Sensational. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to start the havening. And as we start the havening, you're starting to open up to the possibility. The possibility of committing to a long-term relationship. To discussing future plans. To emotionally connecting more deeply to that special someone. To letting that person into your heart at a deeper level. Loving them. Caring for them. Enjoying each other's company. Planning that future together. Monogamous, long-term relationship. Committed. Enjoying the texting, the calling, the connecting. And I want you to imagine what that may look like. What that may feel like, sound like. As you start to trust yourself, you know what's right for you. And if this person's right for you, then maybe you're ready to commit at a deeper level, connect at a more loving, emotional level. Having the conversations, discussing the future, all the future plans. Imagine being in this committed relationship and what that could mean for you, what that could mean for your future. Safe, peaceful, calm, peaceful, calm. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so if you're not there yet, listen through. If you like the video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, it helps other people that are looking for these videos and the assistance to find the videos. Or you may want to make a comment. I read all the comments. I love the comments. Keep tapping. Thanks for watching. I look forward to hearing about all your relationships.